To find out, I can take way more vapors than I initially had thought. I was 4 or 5 bags in before I realized, nigga, you have made a terrible mistake. You don't need a parachute, nigga. You are not supposed to be this high ever in life. I'm just saying, you might want to be careful what the fuck you ask for. You might not want to know how high you can actually get. You might really embarrass yourself to yourself. You're not supposed to be a grown man so high that you done went in your own car by yourself with a lap full of bills, crying, listening to Lil Wayne songs and shit, cause he sound like he's 6 when he rapping. You just in the car just, if I don't do nothing, I'm a ball. I'm counting all day like the dog go to war. Come and get your money. Look in the left mirror. I ain't never ran from a nigga and I damn. I'm just saying, you might not want to know how high you can actually get, because for 30 minutes it take you that low, and then 30 minutes later you be happy as shit for no goddamn reason at all. And you are not supposed to be so high that you done went in your own house while your kids was at school and found their weed and start fucking with their weed while you high, because weed and weed do not go together. They sound like they should go together, but they don't, because we want you to move around and shit, and we want you to sit your motherfucking ass down, and you are not supposed to be so high that you confuse the two of them. You are not supposed to be so high you done found your tennis game on the weed and have fucked up your whole living room, losing by 1,000 goddamn points, trying to play some goddamn tennis and shit. You move the couch. Your kids come home, it look like a tornado that came through the living room. What happened that? I don't know. Lil Wayne was in there crying and shit. I'm not sure. I'm just saying, you got to try. You got to be careful, because sometimes shit does not work out the way you planned. And you got to understand that sometimes shit does not work out the way you planned. That does not mean that you're supposed to stop planning. But sometimes shit does not work out the way you planned. I'm gonna give you a prime example. I waited my whole life wanting a motorcycle, my whole life. And at first, I couldn't afford the motorcycle. Then when I could afford it, I already had the kids. And you just can't have a motorcycle as your primary means of transportation if you got kids. You don't know what to tell them in the driveway. You just, I ain't got no room. Sorry. I waited my whole life to get that motherfucking motorcycle, and I finally got that motherfucker. I was happy like a kid in a candy store. You should have fucking seen me, because the bike was small and black and shiny and fast, just like me. And I had bought the outfit to match with the bike and shit. I had the black Harley Davidson boots and the leather one piece with the pads already built in and shit. Zip up right here. I look like a black toddler superhero, like a nigga you call to solve small crimes. But I felt strong than a motherfucker on that. Cause see, I'm not that big in regular life, but on a motorcycle, I'm the perfect goddamn size on a motorcycle. If you look in the rear view, you can't even see me. It just look like a bike is coming. I was happy as shit on that motherfucker. And I was thinking everybody was gonna be happy for me because I was happy. And that's not the fucking way it worked out. Everybody who saw me with the bike talk shit. My bodyguard who ride a Harley every goddamn day, I'm thinking this nigga gonna have my back. He the first motherfucker talking shit, talking about, nigga, if you ride, nigga, you gon' fall. Nigga, what? Nigga, if you ride, nigga, you gon' fall. Nigga, that's not in the Bible. Why is you quoting that like that's a scripture or something? You can't just be quoting that to people. And now he done got me all spooked and shit about falling. So now I had to take the bike off to myself privately for a couple days so I could work out. Cause I'm not built like regular motorcycle riders. Like most motorcycle riders, if you see them at the light, they are supporting their whole bike and them with just their tippy toes. I'm not built like that. I got to slide up on the handlebars and put my motherfucking feet out firmly on the goddamn ground. I been done lost track of my bike at the intersection and shit, and rolled in the middle of the street. So I had to go off and get my motherfucking self together. Now, after the 4th day, I'm finally figuring I got my motherfucking shit together, and I'm feeling fucked up because these motherfuckers was talking shit about me, and I want these motherfuckers to understand that I'm not the motherfucking nigga to be doubting this shit. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. So that's what I'm thinking in my head. Now, we in Tampa, and it's a curvy road that go like this, and then it break into a straight shot for a mile. Now, I'm not fucking with none of the curvy parts at all. I'm in the cusp of the last curve and the straight shot, and I'm just waiting on the bus to come through the curve because it's all glass, and I want them motherfuckers to see me in all my goddamn glory as I tear up the street and shit. And the bodyguard's right there, and I ain't telling him shit because I want him to be the first motherfucker with the dusty mouth for talking shit about me in the first goddamn place. Now, it had been raining for a couple days before this day. Now, don't worry, that don't have nothing to do with the story. I'm just trying to make sure you got the details. So I decide I'm gonna be extra careful. So I move my bike right into the middle of the goddamn street, right on the yellow line. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's a straight shot. And if somebody come from this way or from this way, I want to be able to maneuver and shit. Now, you can probably hear some motherfuckers talking shit right now. These is real motorcycle riders who's telling their friends that you should never ever be on the yellow line because that's the slipperiest place in the whole goddamn street. But none of them smart ass niggas was there at the goddamn time. So I'm just gonna tell the story like the fuck it happened. So there I am on the yellow line. I'm waiting on the bus. The bus is coming through the last curve. The bodyguard is right there. Now, you know how when you get excited, you go into slow motion and shit? That's where I was. I saw the bus, I saw the bodyguard, and I went in slow motion. And I hit that motherfucker one good time. Now let me just pause the story right here just to say that sometimes shit does not work out the way you planned it. 1 second I am waiting on my moment of glory. I don't know what happened the next second, but the second after that, I am in the middle of the goddamn street with my bike on top of me. Now, not only am I in the middle of the goddamn street, trapped under my own goddamn bike, the bus has just pulled up right the fuck here. So now everybody in my staff is looking at me, trapped under my own goddamn bike. And my bodyguard, who could have easily picked this motherfucker up off of me, is too busy getting his 7 goddamn chuckles under his helmet and shit. And not only am I trapped under my own goddamn bike, my left hand is caught up under the handlebar. So not only am I in the middle of the street, trapped under my own goddamn bike, my bike is slowly turning for no goddamn reason at all in the middle of the street. Just I get up, all this side is crispity, crackly, crunchity, cold. I can't even get no motherfucking sympathy because it ain't like I got in a motorcycle accident. All that happened is my bike drugged me 5 feet up the goddamn highway and then slowly spun me rotisserie style in front of all my goddamn friends. I had to do what any real motherfucker would do in that situation. Just
pick it right back up and get on it.
I got back on that motherfucker and made them follow me for 500 miles while I did 2.5 miles an hour, crying and shit. Y'all been on that? I've been Katt Williams, Los Angeles. I can't say I appreciate this shit enough. 6,000 motherfuckers on a Friday in Los Angeles. This is the best shit ever. I appreciate it. Would y'all please help me welcome Mr. Clutch, the game shifter. Give it up for explicit.